a talk on AI and marketing, lead generation, compliance from Anthony and George from ImpacTech. So I'll leave it to you guys.
So hi everyone, welcome and thank you for joining today's session. I'm Anthony and I'm the Sales Director of ImpacTech, and today together with the CEO of the company, George, we will explain to everyone to understand how you can all boost sales and retention with AI and improve your compliance with natural language processing. Now, all of us within this room work in companies that collect data on a daily basis. You can consider data like anything. It might be email addresses, it might be emails you receive, incoming emails, telephone calls, recordings, online campaigns, whatever it is. We have data on a daily basis. We all do. But I suspect that you do not all extract the full value of this data, not because, let's say, you don't know how to do it, but maybe because you don't understand the advantage of doing this, or maybe because you don't have the right tools to do this. But let's say none of us extract the full value of this data, and even if we try to do this, what we do, we just extract, let's say, a fraction of this data. So what I'm going to do today from my side, I'll be very brief and give you two examples of two high-profile companies that used sentiment analysis in order to increase customer satisfaction and also increase their sales. And once I'm done, George will give you a live example from one of our NDA-protected clients to show you what we have achieved the last 6 months. So the first example I want to get into is Ocado, the online supermarket based here in the UK that probably you all know. Ocado is an online shop, very similar to our business, to what we do. Everything happens online. There's no bricks and no mortar when it comes to Ocado. So it's a very big company, and over the last 18 months, this is what they achieved. They increased the share price by 250%. Many out there describe Ocado as the Microsoft of retail, and they also became a FTSE 100 company. Now, a company this size, in order to succeed, just so you can all understand, it's an online business based in the UK. They receive thousands of emails on a daily basis, around 10,000 emails. Now, whenever, let's say, it's closer to holiday seasons or the weather is bad, obviously this number increases significantly. So what they needed to do in order to succeed, to solve this problem, was to find a way to prioritize their emails and answer also, to give priority, let's say, to the most important emails. So they created, using sentiment analysis, their own tagging system. And what this tagging system was all about, they wanted to understand which emails were positive, which emails were negative, and obviously which emails were neutral. And why they did this? They did this in order to answer to the most important emails first, to keep the client satisfied and succeed. And this is what they did. And what were the results by using sentiment analysis and using this tagging system? They managed to answer to clients 4 times faster than what they usually did. They increased, most importantly, customer satisfaction, increased the sales within the first 6 months of 2018, improved retention, increased efficiency, and also improved their marketing. Now, my second example, and again I will be very brief and we'll go to a live example, is Nike. I'm not sure if you understand what this is all about or if you can spot the connection here, but around 18 months ago, within the US, there was a big media storm with NFL players protesting against racial injustice. And what they were doing, they used to take the knee during the national anthem before any game began. And within the center of this media storm was a player of the NFL of San Francisco 49ers, Colin Kaepernick. And what happened was that this person walked out from his 126 million contract because he felt that he didn't receive the support of the NFL, of his players. He received a lot of criticism from the media and even from the president, Donald Trump. So what happened 3 months ago, back in September, a company like Nike decided to use this person as the main figure of one of the marketing campaigns they launched. So obviously you can understand what happened. The media again started putting different kind of comments about what Nike did and so on. And as always, Donald Trump used his Twitter account to show to everyone what he felt. And this is what he said. As you can all see, he states and says, just like the NFL, whose ratings have gone way down, Nike is getting absolutely killed with anger and boycotts. And he actually asks a very good question. And the question is, I wonder if they had any idea that it would be like this. This is a very good question that he asked. Did Nike have any idea that what they did would be like this? And the answer, as you will all see in the next slide, is an overwhelming yes. Nike did their own sentiment analysis, and what they managed to do is to increase their sales within the first 3 days of launch by 31%. They increased their market value by 6 billion, and they increased the shares by 36% by using a polarizing feature, that a polarizing figure, I would say, that out of so many people out there, thousands of other people that they could use, they decided to use this person because they did their own sentiment analysis, and what they achieved to do, they managed to see that the typical, let's say, the thousands of people that did not agree with, let's say, this protest that the NFL players were doing were not the typical Nike customers, but that all the rest that were not protesting were a bigger amount and were at the actual Nike clients. This is just two examples of, as I said initially, big companies out there using sentiment analysis and how they succeeded. But we'll now move on to, as I said, the real example, so you can all understand how it works by using our technology with results from one of our NDA clients, NDA protected clients. And I would pass you to the CEO, Georgios Larkou.
Thank you, Anthony. So, hello everyone. A lot of you may wonder what is the connection between the examples that Anthony presented, Ocado, Nike, and the brokerage. And as you can all imagine, the answer is really simple. They run an online business, you run an online business, you gather a lot of data every day, but unfortunately, we saw that there aren't any meaningful tools that you can perform analysis, prediction, and automate your internal procedures. That's where ImpacTech's artificial intelligence, machine learning, and natural language processing comes in hand. We will start the presentation by highlighting one of the biggest problems we identified as ImpacTech in this industry and how we try to resolve it. And we will start with the lead journey. So, as you all know, one of the biggest expenses of a brokerage is marketing. You spend significant amounts every month for acquiring leads through various channels, for example, Facebook, AdWords, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. And thankfully, these big giants, they offer a lot of really nice tools, so you can actually monitor, even in real time, the acquisition process of the lead, and analyze their behavior and their interaction with your website and your tools. As soon as the lead lands on your website, then you have another set of tools, customer relationship management tools, such as Impact CRM, Salesforce. A lot of you are using Sugar CRM. That in combination with some powerful business analytics tools, business intelligence tools like Power BI of Microsoft, they can give you a really good overview of what is happening inside your company and a lot of details about your internal procedures. But till now, you spend a really big amount for acquiring the leads. You had to spend a lot of money for your internal operations and your internal CRM systems or business intelligence system. But again, at the last step of the whole journey, when the agent actually communicates with the lead, you don't have anything, a tool that will help you influence and improve your conversion and retention by analyzing what your agents are actually saying or are actually promising to your clients. And this is really important for brokerages that are regulated, and they have to obey, and they have to highlight compliance issues on the calls. So you don't have any tool that it will indicate to you how an agent interacts with a lead that you paid maybe 500 euros or 600 euros to acquire, and you don't know how to actually, you don't know if that agent will perform better if you move it, for example, from the sales team and you put it on the support team, if you move that agent from your support team and you put it on answering emails, answering live chat communication. So what we did, we developed an AI-based solution that will not only protect you for compliance issues, since it highlights all the compliance issues using natural language processing, and we will see a real example in a bit, but it also gives you some insights about the mood of the customer while interacting with your agents, and it gives you an opportunity to influence the conversion and retention percentages by either highlighting significant positive and negative keywords, by giving you the opportunity to incorporate into your internal procedures ongoing coaching of your agents. So let's start with the example that we prepared for you. In order to prepare the example, we used 2 terabytes of data, that anonymized data, of course, that we got from one of our NDA protected Forex clients. And we used mostly call recordings, transaction data, anonymized personal and marketing data, in order to successfully monitor and rate the compliance of the calls, in order to be able to predict and provide meaningful insights to the company about the mood of the customer while interacting with the agents, and just as a result, as I said before, increase customer loyalty because the customer will be happier interacting with your agents. And again, as a result, increase conversion and retention. And we used machine learning, and I don't know if you are aware of the term continuous learning. It's an AI term that is using feedback from the agents or your compliance team in order to improve the prediction, in order to improve the performance of the tool. So, enough talking, let's go to a real example, and I would like to present you a video, a 2-minute small video that will give you an idea of how this tool works on top of our CRM.
Hello.
Hi there, can I speak with Mr. Smith, please?
Yes, you are. How can I help you?
Oh, hi there, my name's Sally and I'm contacting you regarding your trading account with FX Company. I can see from our systems that you recently invested in cryptocurrency trading.
Yes, I did.
Well, John, today's your lucky day. I have some great advice that can make you rich in seconds. Would you be interested in hearing what I have to say? The opportunity of a lifetime is just around the corner, making you rich beyond your wildest dreams.
Yes, I am. I'm a bit of a beginner when it
Let
comes to
me briefly
cryptocurrencies, to be honest.
pause the video so I can give you an overview of what is happening. So we are listening to a pre-recorded call, and as we can see, the system transcribes the recording to text. So it provides all the text back to you, and it analyzes the mood of the customer and the agent during the conversation. And as we saw, it highlights compliance issues that occurred during during the recording. Additionally, as you can see in a bit and in the next slides, your agents or your compliance team can actually go and click the identified words and mark them as if they had compliance issue, or if that keyword or key phrase was actually one phrase that affected the change of the mood of the customer or the agent. So let's continue with the video.
Actually, I'm at loss when it comes to understanding cryptocurrencies. 1 minute Bitcoin is worth $20,000, then it's less than half the amount. I don't think I have enough experience to keep investing in it.
Well, the investment strategy I have for you today is for a cryptocurrency that's ultra safe, can earn you easy money. I can explain it to you very simply. Due to the high volatility that surrounds cryptos at the moment, choosing to invest in Ethereum is a very smart strategy. I realize you're not so sure about the crypto scene or how much you know about Ethereum.
Yeah, I know about Ether. I've actually invested in Ethereum before.
That's great, so you'll know what I'm saying to you is valid. Ever since the Ethereum community has split up between Ethereum Classic and Ethereum, developments of smart contracts on the latter have been major. It's such a safe bet. The smart contract technology has given Ethereum a breath of fresh air. People can now do more with cryptocurrency than ever before. Based on the recent developments, our analysts forecast a bullish move for Ethereum, and this is one you wouldn't want to miss. We're encouraging people to stake as much as they can afford. So far, everyone who's followed our advice has been a big winner.
What do you mean?
I mean that by investing in Ethereum USD CFDs, you can gain up to 85% return without moving a muscle. The chance to win is very high. All you need to do is just make a few clicks and bingo, welcome to the Millionaires Club.
Sounds good to me.
Great, John. I look forward to seeing your trades on the platform. Thanks for putting your trust in our hands. On behalf of FX Company, we wish you happy trading.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I think a lot of you will relate to the context of the video. So allow me to summarize the steps and let's see how the system actually works. As the first step, the communication between your agent and the customer is recorded. The recording is securely stored on our cloud system, and our NLP tools convert speech to text using key phrases extraction, sentiment and syntax analysis, and we will soon have entity recognition as well. So during the call, you will be able to identify if your agent spoke about your brand or if your agent spoke about the competitor, etc. And in real time, it will highlight that to you. And then the sentiment analysis comes in hand, which determines the overall mood of the call between your agent and the customer. And of course, it highlights to you potential compliance issues. This is the final step that I was referring to before. So we give the opportunity to your agents to go back and give feedback, label actually the phrases and push the labels back to the system in order to accelerate the machine learning algorithms. And of course, this system can be used in order to tailor-make the system according to the need of the business, depending on the regulation of the territory your brand might operate. Finally, I would like to present some preliminary results we had during these 6 months and the project we did with the NDA protected Forex company. So we had more than 80% speech-to-text accuracy. To be completely honest with you, even when we started the project, we didn't believe that we would be able to achieve such a high percentage in such a short time. Actually, in reality, our percentage, because we tested it against the tools provided by AWS, Amazon, Google Cloud, and Azure, actually we had better accuracy than them. 68% of the labeled calls that contain compliance issues were successfully identified by the system without any interaction of a compliance officer, without any human interaction. And the last thing that we did some predictive analysis out of the data that we collected, and we were able to actually see the time that was needed to deposit after first call. We were able to see the percentage of conversion per countries, age groups, profile characteristics, and all of that using only 2 sources of data as for now, the call recordings and the CRM data that we had. Imagine if now we add in the equation some other sources of data, for example, trading data from MT4 and MT5 or any other platform that you might use, emails, SMS, and live chat communication. We are currently working on an automated lead pre-screening and scoring tool using all the aforementioned channels, and we are confident enough that by the Hong Kong Expo we will be able to present to you a complete solution that will be able to assign each lead that you all know how much it costs to the most probable to convert agent using, again, artificial intelligence and machine learning. As we speak, we are currently working on this project in collaboration with one of the biggest brokers in the industry, and we are currently collaborating on this project in another industry with one of the biggest online universities that has more than 15,000 online students. They offer online masters, and I'm sure that we will have really nice results soon. Thank you a lot for your attention, and I would like to invite all of you at our booth 120 in order to see the example running in real time on our CRM. And if you have any questions, we're more than happy to answer now. Or if you would like to join our beta AI program, you can fill, I think a lot of you will have one flyer that you can fill your company details and you can pass it to the team so we can onboard you and you can start using the AI tools. Thank you for your attention.